Hey, how are you doing? It's Alan here from Looking for Warriors, and I've been watching John Taylor Gatto. Now, one of the things he says, and he's talking about elite private schools and what elite private schools teach their kids that your kids will not be taught. And one of the things he says is the exercise of politeness and manners. When we say that today, it seems like old-fashioned. Doesn't it kind of seem old-fashioned, politeness and manners? Why is that important? Gary Vee curses on his videos in YouTube, and he's successful. Now, what John Taylor Gatto says is that politeness and manners is the foundation of all relationships in the future. All relationships and all alliances. Now, the world is about people, so you're going to need good relationships and good alliances in the future. And politeness, what he's saying is politeness and manners are the foundation for this. It also gives you access. Politeness and manners also gives you access to corporations, to people that you want to have alliances with, to governmental organizations, to courts. Politeness and manners. And to some extent, it's just treating people with respect. It's just treating other people with respect and respecting yourself as well. And what he says is that people are going to say to me, this is just common sense. But he taught in public schools. And he says that public schools are a laboratory of rudeness. And I find it very, very hard to argue with that. Especially when I've gone through a public school and it wasn't hugely polite place, the one I was in anyway. But also we hear about, there was a story in the journal about 2 or 3 weeks ago about a kid in England going to school, and he was stabbed to death by someone else in the class, like a 16, 17-year-old, stabbed to death by someone else in the class. And I thought about that, when I heard that story, I thought about the parents of that kid. What did that kid do? Did he just say the wrong thing to the wrong person? How does that happen? And it's a number of lives ruined because obviously that kid is dead and his family's life has changed forever. But also I think it was kid, but let's say it's multiple or one. The kid or kids who stabbed them. Their lives are changed forever. They're spending a number of years in prison and coming out of prison not being able to get a job or have a normal life. So their lives have changed forever as well. So that kid was stabbed on the way to school. I look at some American schools as well, and there's metal detectors on the way into the school to make sure people don't have guns or knives. So I don't think that we can say that normal schools that our kids go to are a laboratory of politeness and manners. But it's taught very seriously in private schools. And it's taught because it does give you access. It does give you access to corporations. When you go into an interview, you're going to have to understand treating people with respect. You're going to understand the importance of a good handshake. Now, I don't know if we can do that anymore with coronavirus, but that was one of the things I liked about meetings. You can look in someone's eye and shake their hand and explain something to them and make an agreement and shake the hand and mean what you're saying. So important. So John Taylor Gatto is saying that this is so important. And I know most people listening to this are going to be like, wow, that's so old-fashioned. Who cares about manners and politeness anymore? But I'm saying this is still important. This is still important. It's important to teach your kids these things because they're going to need access. Because if you're watching this as a very niche audience, if you're watching this, then you care about your kids having a great future and access And alliances are going to be a huge part of that, because it's what you can do with other people that's important. This has been Alan here from Look for Warriors. Do me a real big favour. The most polite thing you can do right now is hit the subscribe button, because I love that. So hit the subscribe button and put a comment. Am I wrong? Is politeness and manners not important anymore?